I mean, you just can't be in the gaps like this without your feet set. Like, look at this player's feet's going inward. You think you're getting out to Derek White now? Okay, I mean, what happened here? It doesn't look like this player called for a switch because Taylor Horton Tucker's going towards the ball still. You can't ever assume someone's switching. I mean, this switch is just insanely late. I mean, if you're Walker Kessler, you got to get up here a little bit. This is Jaylen Brown, all right? You got to be able to guard the ball and Luke Cornett. So if your feet are set, you're in a defensive stance, you'll be able to guard the ball, and then you'll be able to slide over to Cornett with help in the gaps from this Jazz player right here. But, I mean, this you can't play this far off at Jaylen Brown. I mean, you have to get underneath the screener when you switch. I mean, this player's switching over the top of the screen. This is not how you switch. Now, look, now Jason Tatum creates space. The defense now is not what it's supposed to be. Cannot fall asleep on your man. Look at this Jazz player just staring at the ball. So look at Malcolm Brogdon. Now he comes up. You're late. So now look. Now he's just going to be able to rip and go right by you. That draws a double. That gets the defense rotating, and that's what ends up happening. So this player gets destroyed off the dribble right here by Malcolm Brogdon, okay? So Chris Dunn steps up to help. Stop. So Chris Dunn's got to say, take mine, because he has to guard the ball. So this player's got to go here now. Like, you're totally beat. Going towards the ball is not how this is going to end well. And this player can stay with Marcus Smart, but you can see that is not exactly what goes on. I mean, if Johnny Juzang is coming to straight up double here, stop. I mean, you got to rotate now. You have to rotate. So this player's going to have to start to slide over here because when this pass gets made, you got to come to the corner. And this player's got to come down, and Chris Dunn's going to have to come here. But you can't just not rotate out of a double team. I mean, you just cannot do this. If you get screened and if this guard comes off the screen, then you start to defend a ball screen. What cannot happen is, look at this player's trying to feel. Look at how he's feeling out a screen right here. See him feeling out a screen? There was no screen. So now you're just beat. You got to get organized in transition. So Kelly Olynyk should be taking Jason Tatum here, okay? Walker Kessler comes up and takes this Jazz player. Where's Walker Kessler going? Why is Kelly Olynyk leaving Jason Tatum? I mean, see this Jazz player's eyes right here. He is just staring at the ball. Look at his eyes, still staring at the ball. Now you get beat back door. Olynyk cannot just trap here out of nowhere. Stop. If you're trapping, this player's got to know because he's going to have to come all the way over here. And then this player would slide down and guard these Celtics that are 2 passes away. You can't just double out of thin air like this. What is Taylor Horton Tucker doing? Just get back. Why on earth are you gambling? And that is so terrible. Okay, so as this passes in the air, stop. You've got to have someone coming back right now or cognizant and just stay back because there's a Celtics player back. So this alley-oop's happening. Either the ball goes through the net or the Celtics get the ball and we're in trouble. But everybody just starts jogging this way, and now that happens. Hey, again, Kelly Olynyk has got to stop doubling just out of thin air. If Kelly Olynyk is going to double, this player has to step up here, and this player is going to have to start to slide over here because he's going to have to go here on this pass, and then this player would have to slide down, and this player would have to go here. But again, Kelly Olynyk is just doubling, and no one knows about it. Again, you just have too many Jazz players looking here. Okay, Kelly Olynyk and this other Jazz player are doubling right now on the ball. Well, Walker Kessler can't stand here. Like, Walker Kessler's got to get out and guard someone. Like, look at this. You have 4 Jazz players around the basketball. This player should be going here too. Like, it's just ridiculous. It's just awful. Okay, so the Jazz are supposed to be switching here. Well, where's the communication? If Johnny Juzang wants to switch, say switch. Because Kelly Olynyk then has to come onto the screener. Apparently that communication doesn't happen because now we have 2 people going to the ball, then 2 people going away from the ball, and wow. Cannot be going under a screen when there. Look at how much space you have to go over this screen. If you go under, you're going too far under. Horrible defense by Kelly Olynyk. If you're running drop coverage here and this guard's able to turn the corner, you got problems. Look at how, turn the corner. Game over. Next possession. If you're Chris Dunn, you cannot commit to this switch so early. Look at this. You got to keep guarding the ball until this player comes off the screen. Chris Dunn's already stopped guarding the ball. Well, this player hasn't come off the screen yet, and this player's not ready to switch. Okay, I mean, the Jazz just keep doubling. It is not the double teams that get you. It's the no rotating that gets you. This player's got to get up. You've got to come here. This player's got to go here, and this player would have to fly to the corner. But, I mean, it's a waste of time. You don't rotate once. Okay, the Jazz are in a zone. What is this player doing? You're guarding the ball. When this ball gets swung here, this player's guarding here. Stay in your area of the zone. Where are you going? Terrible transition defense. You don't worry about the ball when it's across half court. You worry about getting back, which is valuable because this play, I mean, you're looking at the ball. Well, what about the player that just got behind you? Terrible. You cannot be guessing about a handoff. Let this player guard. You're leaving. It's not a handoff. It's a fake dribble handoff. So now what are we going to do? You trying to kick the ball here. That's a humongous issue. So Chris Dunn's, look at how he tries to kick the ball. So now you're off balance. So this player's now coming here off a handoff, and you're just backpedaling. So you can't guard right now. See, and that's going to force a really late switch as you're seeing it being done now. And it's really a late switch for a reason. Never guard like this ever. First of all, your back is to the ball. You can never guard like this ever. Get underneath your man. So you're seeing ball, seeing man. Also, when you're guarding like this, I think there's a good chance you get beat back door. This cannot happen. If you are trapping Jason Tatum, you got to wall this area off, force him into this trap. I mean, why on earth? How does he turn the corner like that on a trap? Have to sprint back. Cannot backpedal like this. Must get feet set in a defensive stance. You're just you're playing off your back foot right now. And this... Okay, so Kelly Olynyk is late to get out to Jason Tatum. That's understood. So this player is going to end up coming up to trap here. Well, you need to say something so Kelly Olynyk changes how he's guarding Jason Tatum. Like, look at this. You're coming to trap. He's got to know this. So Kelly Olynyk now knows, okay, I need to get up because I've got a trap coming this way. But again, if it's not one thing, it's another with these double teams. Okay, this player's doubling. This player has to move. You have to move. And this player's going to kind of get up here. You got to kind of guard both of these Celtics 2 passes away. But if you double and nobody rotates or the rotation is as late as you're seeing, now the Celtics just have numbers. Okay, this is a complete disaster of a possession for Kelly Olynyk. We'll start with the fact that he's just standing in the middle of nowhere. So this player is going to have to leave and rotate up. You have to come to the corner. Abaji's going to rotate here too because this player's not going to be able to guard the ball. He's just going to be able to run this player off the line so it's not an open 3. So look here, stop. Abaji's guarding the ball. Get to the corner. Like this is what are you doing?